Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this Turn Your Deepest Inner Work into a high income and expert level skill, and also resolve your clients' trauma at root level training. So I'm so excited to hear. I know that you have the dreams. And so, why does it still feel so hard to achieve them? You already shared some of your struggles with me earlier, but I want you to also let me know which ones are you struggling with the most. So I've got a couple of numbers here. Whatever number that resonates with you, just feel free to put them in the chat. So you procrastinate even when you know what to do. Yes, this is one. Maybe you feel not good enough despite all the work you put in to your business or whatever you do. And number three is you avoid being visible because you fear judgment. And number four, you worry a client will bring something you can't handle, such as very, very, deep traumas. And number five, after all the courses and therapies, something still feels stuck. Yes. If any of them resonates with you, just put them in the chat for me, please. So these struggles didn't appear out of nowhere. I want you to be aware of those. Okay. They were programmed into you as a child because we don't have any filtering system until we are 8 years old. But if you consider if they were programmed into you, they can be reprogrammed as well. So when you do that, when you reprogram all of that, you just don't free yourself, but you turn your pain into purpose and your purpose into profit. And who wants that? That's what I want to give it to you. This is what's available to you. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in that place very, very long time. But that's why I want to show you how to do this. And if you're in, just set your intention, say, yes, I want this. Okay, just make sure that you are in the right room. This is for heart-driven coaches, therapists, and the healers who are so good at helping other people, but also quietly wondering why it is so hard to do that, same thing for themselves. Yes, you've been there, you help everybody, but you're still stuck in the same place. But here's the reality. We are so good at like seeing other people's patterns, their struggles, but we do live in our mental prison. Yes, I agree. So we have the knowledge, but we have these invisible walls. I kind of call them energetic walls as well. And they get us stuck in that place, cause all sorts of issues like visibility and money blocks, or procrastinations. And in this 2 hours training, I want to hand you this golden key to that very prison. Yeah. But this key is not just for yourself. I want you to understand that. This key can open doors for anyone, any of your clients, any of your family members, your friends. So next 2 hours, you're going to be learning how to break free from these subconscious patterns, quietly limiting your own life and business. And also, you're going to learn how to create lasting transformation for clients by working at the root cause, not just the symptoms, because this is the common thing you probably see out there. And number three, you're going to learn how to stand out as a certified and accredited trauma-informed subconscious reprogramming expert. And also, I know quite lots of people do this. And if you are worried about AI replacing you, here's what I want you to know. Human compassion and knowledge and experience cannot be replicated by an algorithm. It's impossible. And AI has no embodied emotional experience. So your experience is your gift. And if you think AI cannot build a kind of trust that makes people feel truly safe to release their certain blocks, certain traumas. So what we have here as a human is a massive gift. And when you're working with somebody on a sort of therapy ground and coaching ground, there is no way AI can replace that. So the one job is the safe going forward is this from AI. Yeah. And it will always be. I want you to really understand that. Because I also want you to understand that you didn't go through your struggles to stay stuck, did you? All those life experiences happened for a reason. And that was your training ground. I want you to really understand that. You've been trained to do this work. And I want to help you turn that into your highest value expertise. Because if you're stuck, you're not expert. But when you release it, when you let it go, and when you get the gifts behind all those experiences, you turn into an expert. And that's what I want for you. And if you're thinking, oh my God, yes, exactly, she's reading my mind, you're in the right place. And I'm so honored to be your trainer for the next 2 hours. And if you don't know me, if you haven't met me, my name is Eda Hardy. Okay, so we are going to dive in with a golden question. Okay, so I want you to look at this. And I want you to have a bit of a fun exercise. Yeah, let's do a little fun exercise together. I want you to close your eyes. Just want to kind of forget about everything else you're doing, because I really want you to hear next 2 hours, because this is going to change your life. Yeah, I spend so much money learning this stuff, and I want to pass that knowledge to you next 2 hours. As much as, I can. I know it's difficult, but I will do my best. Yeah. So close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to tune into your body for a second. Forget about your to-do list. Forget about everything that's going in your head, because you're here for yourself. Remember that this is your reality. This is your life. So be here in this moment, please. So I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to just notice the very first number that comes to you when I ask the question. And I want you to give me a number. You can put in the chat as well. It's from 0 to 100. 100 is full. Yeah, it's full power. So the question is, what is your personal power percentage? I also call it PPP. Right now, not this morning, not later, right now. I want you to think of it like energy level. 100 means like you're operating at a full power. 0 means your battery is completely flat. Be like your mobile. Yeah. Just think about your phone battery. So what is your personal power percentage right now? The first number that comes to you. Don't question it. Yeah. It's okay. Whatever the number comes is fine. Because I'm going to get you to start communicating with your subconscious. That's the important thing. So just think of it like a battery level, yeah? Now open your eyes. I want you to drop your PPP number in the comments right now. Don't overthink it. Just write a number. Okay, let me just check those quickly. We got 70, okay, 10, okay, 60, 65, 80, okay, 65, 50, okay, 50, 90. Okay, we got really, really good ones, and we got some low ones as well. What I want you to think about is now, if your number is not 100%, I have a question for you. Do you know what happened to the rest of your power? Where did you go? Did they go to the past, the future? Did you go to the certain people? And I want you to also understand something. If your body is not operating on 100%, how is it finding all the energy to kind of like sustain your organs and your health and everything? And usually what I see is if someone's energy level goes lower than 50%, and they ended up getting a bit of a health issues, and I don't want that to be you. So just bear that in mind, yeah? But what I want to do it for you, by the end of this training, I want you to know exactly where that power is going. And hopefully you will be able to increase it to much higher numbers as well. And I'm going to show you how to get your power back. That's another important thing. Yes. I want everyone to be operating minimum of 85% because that's when you start manifesting everything that you want in your life as well. So if something is not happening the way that you want in your life, you're probably operating from a very low personal power percentage. Just bear that in mind. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. Okay. I know I met quite lots of you, but if you haven't met me before, I'm Eda. I'm a subconscious business breakthrough expert. I've been working, sort of studying the subconscious mind about 21 years now. Well, I want you to understand that I just didn't sort of study mine. I lived it. I kind of feel like I've gone through quite lots of blogs, quite lots of fears, quite lots of patterns in my life. And I know what's it like to be in there, being stuck and not knowing how to get out of there. And I know what's it like to keep yourself very, very small. So I see you, I get you, and I hear you when you tell me your problems, your stuckness, because I've been there myself. And it took me a very long time to get out of that place. And I did find a shortcut for everyone because that was my mission to find that shortcut. Because, I mean, I will explain to you shortly as well. I won't go in there yet. Now, what I did is I turned my pain into a purpose. So my mess become my message as well. And once I released these emotional charges from my past traumas, past events, I could finally see the gift behind my experience. But before, I couldn't see them. So if you still don't know why you went through that experience, it means you're still stuck in there. But if you can finally see the gift behind those experiences, that's a completely different level. So, and I want to also give you that gift as well. So I want you to turn your pain into purpose and your purpose into profit, because this is what this work is about as well. Because when you heal, you help heal the world. Because we didn't go through those experiences for nothing, isn't it? Think about it. We didn't come here to suffer. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't come here to suffer. Yeah. I come here to learn and grow and pass that knowledge to other people. And that's why I created the Inner Self Mastery Protocol. I also call it ISM. And you're going to be hearing about the ISM throughout this training as well. And this is a client-proven system that makes it happen every single time. And I want to show you how it works. But before we do it, I also want to look at the story behind this protocol. I want you to really understand. So if you look at my life on the surface, my life looked perfect. You know, computer programmer, qualified accountant, working with top global companies. I almost achieved everything I wanted in my life, but inside I was so lost, so disconnected, so like not alive. I don't know if anybody been there, but I was looking for something so much deeper than what I was going through. But the thing is, many people don't know, I was abandoned as a baby. So I learned one thing very early years, the survival. So I became the strong one, the overachiever, the perfectionist, the one who said yes to everyone. Because somewhere deep down, I believe if I'm perfect, I will be safe. If I, keep everybody happy, they won't abandon me again. If I prove my worth, I will be loved. And it didn't work. I don't know if anybody been there, but it did not work. And I pushed harder and harder. I tried so many therapies, counseling, the coaching, nervous system regulation, so many self-help stuff. And every tool I could find to kind of find that little piece, little answer, nothing shifted it. Give me a little bit of, short-term happiness, maybe for a while, but it wasn't the solution. Then After doing the workload of 3 people, as a single mom looking after 2 young children, I hit rock bottom. I was completely burnt out. I was clinically depressed. The doctors couldn't find anything wrong with me. And I was bedridden in a dark room for weeks and weeks. And I was in severe pain. Nobody was able to explain. I had no idea. But lying there, I made a very, very big decision. Yeah. And I said, if I get out of this place, I will find something that's going to work in minutes, not in years. That was my thing. I'm going to make it work because I've got so many traumas. I don't have time to sort of like, go to, I don't know, therapy for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So I wanted to find something that works in minutes. So that became my mission. I invested over £200,000 studying the world's best trainers. And I went through hundreds and hundreds of training across neuroscience, somatic work, nervous system regulation, EFT tapping, NLP, timeline therapy, you name it. And eventually I found the answer. Yeah, I found the answer. And not many people talk about this, and I want to share the answer with you. So let's have a look at the real reason that you still feel stuck. So I want you to imagine a tree with a bit of a problem underground, the soil system. No matter how much you tend to the branches, if the roots stay untreated, the same issue keep coming back, isn't it? Think about it. Yeah. So that's exactly what's being happening to you. So the branches, if you look at the branches on this photo, hopefully you can see it. These branches are what you see every day. These are the fruits. Maybe the sleepless nights, the same income ceiling, visibility issues, the procrastination that won't shift, the self-doubt that arrives when you need the confidence the most, when you want to have a kind of conversation with your clients, the sale conversation, when you're about to tell your prices, or maybe even relationship patterns that keep repeating no matter what you do because you're on a loop. So many people says, I'm in a narcissistic relationship because you're on a loop. The program is keep repeating itself at the background because your soil hasn't changed. Sound familiar? Yeah. I want you to drop in the chat. And I want to also know, what have you tried to change all of these problems? All this, fruits, all this, stuff. Did you try therapy? Did you try different books, mindset tools? What did you try to change it? And here you are again. You're trying to find a solution for all these problems. And I want you to kind of have this aha moments. Are you looking at the right place? Yeah. So here's why. Every tool you try works with your conscious mind. I want you to imagine this, because if you think about the mind, we got the conscious mind, we got the subconscious mind. So conscious mind is the 5%, subconscious is the 95%. I'm hoping you can see me because I can't see myself, but I'm hoping that you can see me because I'm explaining with my hands at the same time as well. Yeah, let me just check the chat. Okay, that's brilliant. Yeah, just Jyoti Spencer. Yeah, I try all of that as well. Retreats. Yeah, I try all of that as well. Yeah. But did it work? That's the question. Jyoti Spencer is very good as well. So if you think about the subconscious, this is the root system, the hidden underground, underneath all these branches. This is where all your old program lives, the fears, the traumas, the limiting beliefs, the patterns that keep, recreating the same problem, no matter how hard you work on the surface. Yeah, all these branches. So you've been spending all your energy pruning the branches while the roots stay, stuck, untouched. You're not touching the roots. So that's why other people's success stories don't become your reality. Because if you think about it, you cannot build a strong house on a broken foundation. So, how was your foundation? How was your childhood? And also, sometimes people come to me, oh, I had a really great childhood. But how are you on the emotional side? Are you an empath? Are you a very sensitive person? Because even though it might look okay, it's the decision that you make as a child creates your foundation. So if you don't heal those roots, everything changes. Because finally, those tools that you're trying to get it to work and it wasn't working before starts working, like, positive affirmations, because there is nothing to hold you back because you healed the soil. So there is no handbrake. It's just a lasting transformation. I want to start kind of picturing all of this, how it works in your life, in your business as well. I'm going to give you more examples as well. So I want you to understand what happens when you finally treat the roots, how everything changes. Yeah. So I want you to imagine like having no more handbrakes, no more invisible like income ceilings. It's just a real lasting momentum because you move those energetic walls from your reality. I've seen this happening like hundreds and hundreds of times. So I want to show you how this looks like in a real life. So these are a couple of testimonies from my own kind of students and my own clients as well. And as you can see, most of them mention that working with me has been the best investment and best decision of their lives. And I want to now consider yourself. Have you ever worked with somebody and you thought, oh my God, that was the best investment of my life? If you do, put that in the chat because I love to see that as well. Because most people haven't. I mean, I work with the best people in the industry. I mean, I think about it, I'm like, I cannot find a name. So I'm going to explain to you why this becomes the best investment of your life. I'm going to give you an example from one of my clients. So I'm going to call her Helen. Amazing, great coach. She was doing everything right. Everything that she was told, she was doing it. Mindset coach. She hired like business coaching, doing lots of self-development stuff, daily affirmations, morning meditations, nervous system regulation, you name it. Even EFT tapping, NLP, all sorts of things. And she worked harder than ever, but her business stayed stuck in the first gear. And she was so exhausted. When she came to me, she was ready to give up and go back to her 9-to-5 job. And she really thought something was wrong with her. Yeah, sounds familiar. I know quite lots of us get stuck in that place as well. But it made no sense logically. So we have to deep dive into the much, much deeper place. And here's what we found. And this was not even in her awareness. So when I'm explaining this to you, I want to start thinking from your childhood as well. I want to start kind of considering what could be for you. So as a child, Helen's successful father left the family for a younger woman. And her heartbroken mother said quite often, if your dad wasn't so successful, he never would have left us. So in that moment, Helen's subconscious created a rule because subconscious responsibility is to keep you safe. So she said, success destroys families. Money means losing love. Yeah, let that sink in. Success destroys families. Money means losing love. And that hidden belief was her handbrake for decades. Yeah. And her mindset work couldn't touch it. Because don't forget, mindset work addressed the conscious mind of 5%. And like I said, she didn't even know if this was in there because it's in the, hidden area, in the roots. So we use inner self-mastery protocol. We, access the root memory and we rewire that belief, release the stuck emotions from her body, her nervous system. And what happened next was incredible, like light switch flipped. This self-sabotage completely disappeared. She stopped, playing small. She finally started charging her worth because her prices was extremely low as well. I started attracting her dream clients, her business soared, and finally she hit the six-figure mark after trying for 15 years. 15 years. Yeah. Just releasing a one single belief. So Helen's stories, many of our stories, we all have these hidden programs running at the background. And all this stuff kind of trying to, they're not trying to sabotage our feature, sorry, but they are just trying to keep us safe. And I want you to start thinking, what is yours? Have you really found your one? If you did, please put in the chat as well. I love to understand it because sometimes people think they found it, but that might not be the root issue still. There's always a deeper level. Oh, okay. Can you see my screen okay? I think there's something going on with my electricity. Hopefully my internet will be okay. I think the electricity is gone. Can you all hear me, see me? Yeah? Is it all good? Yeah. Okay. Public brings legal issues, taxes. Okay. Fine. All right. Interesting, isn't it? My electricity playing up just right. Never happened this before. Just right, like in the middle of the very important conversation. All right, so you might be wondering, why do I personally keep getting stuck? Even when I'm doing the inner work, energy work, I see this every single day. So I want you to really understand this comes to three hidden blocks. So to understand them, let's go back to the tree. Yeah, remember the fruits on your tree. Oh my God, something is happening strange to my, okay. Everything is flashing, it's the energies, I think. So if you are getting bad fruits like procrastination, self-sabotage, or hitting an income ceiling, the problem is always in the roots. Yeah. So there are three things I constantly see going wrong at the root level. So let's look at the first one. The roots are running on an old program that believes growth is unsafe. It's like your subconscious has a handbrake on. I want to imagine this, constantly stopping you from going to your destination. And the second reason is that the tree's entire system is exhausted from being stuck in the survival mode. Who resonates with this one? I was there. So this is what so many people are experiencing, burnout. And as a result, they're so afraid to work harder and scale their business to the next level because for them, more money means more burnout, and who wants more burnout? And thirdly, you've been trying to fix the bad fruit by focusing on the leaves. So using tools that only treat the symptoms, not the root cause. Yeah. So you're trying to manage the symptoms instead of addressing the root cause. So I'm a bit curious. As I say, those three things, which one resonates most with you right now? Or it could be all of them. So put A, B, C, or you can just put maybe all of them. Yeah. So I'm just going to check to see which one is your biggest struggle as well. B. Yeah. Okay. B, quite also B, nervous system. Yeah. I'm going to go through that as well. A. Okay. No idea, then. Okay. We're going to have a look at it. Don't worry. I'm going to do a little exercise with you. And because I thought instead of kind of showing you these slides, why don't I get you to experience it? Yeah, that would be much better, wouldn't it? All right, so let's go to the next slide. Oh, have I gone too much? Okay. Yes, I wanted to come to here. So I'm going to get you to do this really, really lovely exercise. And what I want to do is I want you to just sort of like go into a safe space. And I want to find a nice place that you can relax and let go a little bit. Yeah. So I'm just going to give you a couple of seconds to kind of sort yourself out. Ideally, put yourself, kind of sit somewhere and your feet are on the ground. That would be much better. And I don't want to cross your legs. And I want you to sort of, in a safe place, just create this intention to find out what's blocking you, what's in the way of, you taking your business to the next level as well. All right. So if you're ready, hopefully everyone is ready. I want you to just close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in and just just sit up, feet flat on the ground. You can put your hands open in your lap, palms facing up, kind of signal to your body that right now you are safe to receive. And I want you to take a breath in through your nose and slowly release through your mouth, knowing that you are in the safe place and you're ready for this work. Not here back, for no reason. You're here for a reason. I want you to let your shoulder drop, let your hands relax. And just let go. Take another breath in and just let go. I want to start with a question, and I want you to be honest with yourself, not with me, with yourself. I want you to think about your business or career that you want to maybe build right now. And I want you to think about a kind of certain number in your bank account. Think about the prices you are charging, maybe per session or per transformation. I want you to think about the last time someone asked, how much do you charge? And I want you to notice what happens in your body in those sort of moments when somebody asks you how much you charge and you're about to tell them how much you charge. If money feels maybe too loaded right now, you can also think about visibility. I want you to think about the last time you almost, posted something on social media, almost hit record or go live on social media, put yourself out there, and you didn't. Because I want you to get into your feeling in your body. You choose whichever you want. You can either choose visibility or money. Okay? So I want you to hold on to that feeling. I want you to really step into that feeling, being visible or, telling somebody how much you charge. Now, I want you to do something. I want you to imagine right now, if it is the money, I want you to double your prices. Whatever the numbers that you are charging or thinking of charging, I want you to double that prices, and I want you to kind of understand what's happening in your body. How is your body reacting to it? I also want you to put a 0 next to that number. So let's say that you were charging £100. I want you to double that number to 200. Now I want to put 0 next to it, so it becomes 2,000. So somebody asking you how much you charge per session, you say £2,000 or dollar. And I want you to feel how it feels in your body, because there's people out there charging that kind of amount. But how does it feel for you? And if it still feels okay, put another 0 next to it. And if your one is visibility, I want you to imagine go live tomorrow. Even imagine yourself talking on a stage in front of people. No script, no filter, just you talking direct to the people you most want to serve. And you might see 100 people in front of you, and you put a 0 next to them. You see 1,000 people watching you, even 10,000 people watching you. I want you to picture it, feel it, sense it. And I want you to just notice your body, what's happening in your body right now. Did something tighten in your chest? Did your throat close? Did a voice appear very quietly, but very certainly, something like, I cannot do that. Oh my God, who do you think you are? Don't push it away, stay with it. Because that feeling, that voice right now is data, is awareness, childhood program, the running at the background. That's your subconscious handbrake engaging. So that's your nervous system telling you that that kind of grow does not feel safe. So I want you to understand that. Yeah. You might have those dreams. You might want to, get your business off the ground, go to the next level. But something is saying no. Let's go deeper now. I want you to keep that feeling in your body, that tightening, that resistance. And I want you to follow it back. And I want you to ask yourself, what is it underneath all of this? Is this a fear? Is this a belief? It could be something like, if I charge more, people will think I'm greedy. That wanting more makes you a bad person. That having too much means you have taken something from someone else. Is it, if I'm more visible, people would judge me? That moment you step fully into the light, someone will decide you are not enough, not qualified enough, not polished enough, not worthy enough. Which one is it for you? Or maybe if I put it out there and it is wrong, I will be exposed. So that criticism will confirm the thing that you've been afraid of all along. Maybe that you're a fraud. Maybe that you don't really belong here. So which one is it for you? I just want you to notice without, again, judging anything. Just notice it. And I want to sit with it. Don't rush past it. Sit with it. So this is the belief that has been running your business from the shadows. Let's go a little bit deeper. Yeah. Because I want you to understand that fear didn't come from nowhere. It come from somewhere. I want you to follow the emotion. When was the first time you felt the same emotion? Possibly when you were very small. You learn, that lesson. Maybe it was said to you directly. Maybe somebody said, don't be greedy, don't show off, don't get too big for your boots. Maybe it was never said at all, but you felt it. Maybe in the way someone looked at you, in what happened when you spoke up, in what you had to do to feel loved, to feel safe, or to belong. And a part of you, very loyal, very devoted part of you, took that lesson and made it a rule to live by, a rule to stay safe by. You don't question it, do you? Because it's part of you. I call that part of you your loyal security guard. He's been on duty ever since, and he has a list, your danger list. And every time you move towards something that touches that old wound, charging more, being seen, getting it wrong, he checks the list. And if the moment he finds something, he pulls the alarm, he pulls the handbrake, and your whole nervous system responds. So some of you go into fight, some of you go into flight or freeze. So what happens when you go into fight? You get furiously busy. You overwork, you hustle, you control everything you can control. Because movement feels like safety and stillness feels like exposure. So is that for you? But some of you might go into flight. So you disappear. You suddenly find 17 reasons this isn't the right moment for you. You step back from the opportunity, the call, the camera, not because you don't want it, but because wanting it feels too dangerous. So you run away. But some of you might even go into freeze. You know exactly what to do, and your body just won't let you do it. You sit there feeling paralyzed, wondering what's wrong with you. You procrastinate. But the thing is, nothing is wrong with you. Your guard is just doing its job. It's keeping you safe. Now, I want to show you something else as well. Still keep your eyes closed. Think about how you've been showing up in your business, the patterns you keep repeating, the way you hold yourself back, the version of you that shows up when the alarm goes off. Yeah, what happens when somebody pulls that handbrake? Because think about it, your guard didn't just write a list. He built your personality to cope with the handbrake. Yeah, otherwise, how can you cope? So, a way of being in the world that will keep you safe from everything on that list, a version of you designed to avoid the danger. Okay? And that personality has been running the show. So I want you to meet this person. So I want you to imagine yourself now standing in a very quiet and safe room, just you. No noise, no pressure, no one watching. Very calm, still, and safe. And in front of you, there is a mirror, not ordinary mirror. This is your subconscious identity mirror. As you look into this mirror, something begins to shift. You are assuming to see yourself, but you don't see yourself. You see someone else standing in there, and they look like you, they sound like you, they move like you, but they are not you. So there's another person here looking at you, the one shaped by the list, the one created from every moment you learned that being small was safer than being seen. I want to, take a moment to look at this person. How are they holding their body? Does she or he stands tall, or do they make herself just a little smaller than actually they are? Are they open? Does she hold herself slightly closed, slightly guarded? What does her face tell you? I want to read this person. What do her eyes carry? Do you recognize this person? What do you think about this person? Let's analyze her a little bit more. Is she the invisible expert? The one with all the knowledge, all the experience, all the qualifications, who stays just out of the spotlight, who helps for free, who cheers everyone else forward, who is everyone's best kept secret, but never quite claims that space for herself. And her guards, let's say, it being seen as a danger. Yeah. So she built her life where she never has to be seen. Now let's look at the second one. Or is she the selfless giver? The one who over-delivers on everything and undercharges for all of it. Who says yes when every part of her means no. Who is everyone's first call and always last on her own list. And her guard list said, wanting more makes you a bad person. So she built an identity where she needs nothing, takes nothing, and gives everything until there is nothing left to give. Anybody resonates with this person? Selfless giver? And let's look at the next one. The perfectionist. The one who works twice as hard as everyone else, who overthinks every word, who overbuilds every offer, and still somehow never quite feels ready, who stays in preparation because she cannot just get it perfect enough. And if it's not perfect, she's not safe. Because the list says getting it wrong is so dangerous. It's not safe. So she built a life, but she's almost ready. Always almost there, but never there. So is the perfectionist resonates with you? I mean, even maybe sometimes 2 or 3 of them might resonate with you. Maybe you created different ones, different identities for yourself. But I just want to look at this person. I want to understand that it's not you running your business, it's this personality that's running your business and your life. So that's what's behind the pricing decision, the visibility choices, almost, new launch offers, and the undercharging, the hiding, the endless preparing and never getting there. This has been her, not you. This is to reprogram you. And she's not your enemy. She's part of your security guard. The only costume she knew how to keep you safe. She was built from every moment you were made to feel like too much or not enough. She took all that weight and every single bit of it, and she built armor around it. And she's been carrying it ever since. And she's been working so hard to help you, keep you safe. And I want to look at this person with kindness, because he or she was just trying to love you. She was just trying to keep you safe. And she did for a long, long time. But do you really need that armor anymore? Do you need all this protection anymore? Is it serving you? And today, the first time, maybe you're able to see her. It means you finally understand that you are no longer her or him. You are the one observing this person and the one looking and gets to choose something different. But what would you choose? Now, I want you to take a slow breath in again. And when you're ready, open your eyes. You can write down whatever come up before all the feeling, fades. Which identity show up in your mirror? What alarm your guard was pulling? And what that old belief has been costing you? Because that's where you begin on your journey. Feel free to put in the chat as well, so we can all see it. Okay. Yeah, for some people, all of them came up. Selfless giver, yes. Yeah, 3 of them, isn't it? Combination. And they come up when you need them. But have you realized that that person is not you? It's just a being programmed version of you. If it's programmed, remember, we can unprogram that. We can program the ones that are going to serve you. Okay? So let me just go through them again quickly, so you can also, if you're a visual person, you can see this with your own eyes, how this works. So the first one is the subconscious handbrake. So what you just experienced in that mirror, that resistance, that alarm, that identity you just saw, that's your handbrake. So Now you know it's not laziness, it's not lack of discipline, it's not even fear, it's protection mechanism. So build before you were very young, baby, before you were 8 years old, by a security guard who loved you, was just trying to keep you safe. And here's the equation it's been running ever since. Grow doesn't feel safe, means procrastinate, self-sabotage, overthink. And if grow is safe, take action, build confidence, create success. So you haven't been, failing, you've been protected. But the question is, protected from what? And hopefully the alarm in your body just show you that. You can always come back to this video. I'm going to send you the recording and redo it. Take your time to do this because we got a bit of a time limit. I'm just going a bit faster, but you can do this slower as well to understand it. Because this is a group session, I do it differently, and it's a one-on-one, it's completely different. So handbrake effect. Let's look at the handbrake effect. So, excuse me. When that guard keeps pulling the alarm over and over, day after day, something happens to your body. The engine overheats. I want you to understand that. And that engine is your nervous system. So your body runs on stress hormones constantly. That happened to me. I had no idea. So that's what creates the burnout, the brain fog, the chronic overwhelm. You are and sort of like, this is not a weakness, yeah? It's just, I want you to understand that this is, your engine has been overheating. I mean, when I was doing 3 people's workload, looking after 2 children by myself, I had no idea. I thought I was able to cope with stress so well, but clearly I wasn't. My body was under great amount of stress and I didn't know. Now, when I see somebody heading that way, I'm like, come on, don't go there, because you're gonna go towards burnout and you're gonna ruin your health. And I don't want anyone to be into that place. It feels like hell. I feel like sometimes I honestly gone to hell and come back, and I don't want anyone to go there. So let's look at the number 2, the block. I know some of you said you're stuck in this place. So do you know which one is for you? Is it 5, flight, or freeze? Or it could be different for everyone as well. So let's remember again, fight, you are overworking, controlling, staying furiously busy because movement feels like safety. Flight is you are avoiding the sales calls, the camera, the big opportunity. You are not avoiding the work, you are avoiding the exposure, the pain, the suffering that might come with it, yeah? And the freeze is you know exactly what to do and your body just won't let you start. You just sit there and wonder what's wrong with you. Nothing is wrong, yeah? Your guard just pulled the alarm, the handbrake, and your nervous system responded. And it's being doing that on repeat. It's a repeating program, flooding your body with stress hormones, draining your energy, keeping you stuck in survival mode. Who feels like they've been living in a survival mode for a long time? I did not know. Honestly, I was doing so well. But when you come out of it, you realize, oh my God, I've been in a survival mode. I had no idea. So this is why the rest doesn't fix any of that stuff that we talk about. This is why another strategy won't fix it. Another therapy session doesn't fix it, because the alarm is still going off underneath everything. So, and that brings us to the 3rd block. Yeah, which is why everything you already tried to fix this hasn't worked fully. So I'm going to explain to you. So this is the symptom fixing cycle. You are working on the surface while the handbrake is on. So I want you to think about it. How did you try to fix this before? You can put in the chat. Willpower. Did you try willpower? Affirmations, mindset work, breath work, talking therapy, counseling, maybe coaching. Maybe for a moment it worked, but you felt better, more in control. Then the same pattern come back. That's the cycle. So fix this symptom, feel better, and fall back and repeat. Because program is running at the background. Yeah, here is why. Because you've been working on the surface while the handbrake is still on. I want to understand that. Hopefully, you know what your handbrake is now. Yeah. But here's the deeper question. Do you know what your God is trying to protect you from? What's the worst thing can happen to you if you achieve success? If you do, put in the chat, because most people don't, because these are your blind spots. You can't see them clearly on your own. That's why you stay in the cycle, keep going, because it's under the roots. You don't see the roots when you look at the tree, do you? You don't know what sort of condition they're in, what's happening underneath it, because it's the blind spots. It's the same for us. But once you release the handbrake, make growth safe again, you stop going in circle. You start moving forward for good. That is what I really want you to hear it as well. This is so important because lots of people see themselves as victims, and I don't really agree with that. So I want you to understand that you didn't go through those struggles for nothing. Everyone, every wall, every struggle, every moment, not feeling not good enough, that was your preparation. You went through it so you could find a way out, then light the path for other people. Yeah. So highly likely this is your calling. And the other way to do it is just with full confidence, is to release your own blocks at the root level first. Because I want you to understand something, because if you haven't overcome your struggles, if you're still struggling with whatever is underneath the ground, how are you going to be able to help your clients? Do you think the God, universe, is going to allow you to do that? Because I want you to think about this. You can only take a client as far as you being yourself. And if you haven't been through that journey, if you're still stuck in the same place, how can you help a client to get out of the same place? But once you do it, remember what happens, yeah? Your pain becomes your purpose. Your healing becomes your method, just like I did. And your freedom becomes the map you hand to every client. So this is my protocol I created in the self-mastery protocol. And I'm going to show you exactly how this works because I've been through that journey. I've done it. I know how to get out of that place. That's why I can hold your hand to get you out of that place and also teach this to other people as well. So let's have a look at a bit more deeper how this works. So you've seen the three hidden blocks: the subconscious handbrake, the nervous system in survival mode, and the using tools to only manage the symptoms, the surface level stuff. So I want to introduce you to a solution that is designed to solve all three at once. So like I mentioned, it's called Inner Self-Mastery Protocol, like the name suggests, Inner Self-Mastery. So this isn't just a collective of 14 different techniques you have to learn from scratch. No, I have already done that work for you. I spent years training with the best people, in their industry to use the most effective part of that 14 modalities and combine them together to bring them together into one simple, proven 8-step process. And it works every single time. So you don't need to go and learn all these methods, reinvent the wheel. This is how you are getting your golden key. I want to hand you this golden key. So I'm just going to give you a little demo of how this works. So I want to imagine a client comes to you with a deep fear of visibility, let's say. Okay. So stage 1 is to uncover the root. Now the transformation begins before the session even starts with the ISM. So you will have already sent your client a detailed questionnaire, which allows you to custom design their signature program. So you are not selling your time, you are delivering a bespoke transformation program, because you already have a map of their biggest blocks, their patterns, their traumas, their fears. You already got all the information you gather from that questionnaire. Then in the session, after creating a deeply safe space, that's the very important thing. We use specific, like NLP questions and kinesiology to find the exact limiting belief. And the most importantly, the moment in their life when that program was first installed into their subconscious. So we have to find where the alarm was first set so we can finally turn it off. Otherwise, you're not dealing with the core issue, you're dealing with the surface level stuff. You need to know exactly when it was installed. So that's the first stage. Second stage is the release and rewire. Once we have the root, you don't just talk about it. We use the ISM technique to release the emotional charge of that fear and trauma from the nervous system, from the body, for good. And we guide them through powerful forgiveness and acceptance work to turn off the alarm in the brain. That's very important. Mind, body, soul connection, we don't underestimate those. Then using tools like timeline therapy, shadow work, inner child healing, we help our client understand the powerful lesson behind their experience. That's a must. So reframing from a source of pain to a source of power. And finally, we use various other methods and also affirmations to install a new empowering belief, like it is safe for me to be seen and celebrated. Because there is no handbrake, this works this time. And stage 3 is to regulate and integrate. Using advanced nervous system regulation techniques, we anchor this new reality deep into the body. So this isn't just a mental shift, it's a cellular level. The trigger is gone. Yeah, the old trauma is resolved. The fear has disappeared, and the new empowering belief becomes their new normal. So they start living their reality from a completely different point of view, completely different. So this is why the ISM protocol is a bulletproof 8-step method, because it's a structured process. And if a previous step hasn't been implemented correctly, the practitioner is not able to move to the next stage. So they have to go back to the previous stage, make sure that they are not missing anything. It's amazing how this works. So this integrity is why it's the only technique I know that can, reliably help a person overcome at least one significant trauma or block in a single session. Yeah, one. And it doesn't just manage the problem, it resolves it at the root for good. We get them out of their stories, out of their movies. They're no longer in the stories anymore. Anyway, if you have any questions, just feel free to put them in the chat as well. So we already know that true change and transformation happens in the subconscious mind and the nervous system. So your subconscious controls almost everything. And if it feels unsafe, it will pull the handbrake on your success, on your happiness, no matter what you do. Okay? So this breakthrough led me to create my bulletproof point, method in the self-mastery protocol. So this is the 8th step that I mentioned to you earlier. But I want you to understand I didn't create this overnight. I have spent, more than 15 years obsessively working with other people, researching, testing with many, many clients, refining this system. So it's designed to be a complete solution. I'm going to give you a little example from one of my one-on-one clients. So this is Sandy. She sent this to me after our work together, and I want to highlight one line that now hear so often from my clients. She said, My decision to work with Eda has turned out to be one of the best decisions that I have ever made. I have also made great strides in my personal empowerment and personal happiness from our work together. She is honestly one of the most caring, most loving humans that I have ever met. My heart and soul will forever be grateful. And I really want you to hear that. Just a few years ago, Sandra was sitting right where you are, might be right now, perhaps feeling stuck, perhaps wondering if a transformation like this was even possible for her. So her story is a living proof of what's on the other side. So we can have some hope. And her story is not just the exception. It's what becomes possible when you have the right tools. And I want to know that you have the power to change everything about your reality, about your business, your relationship. You have the ability to rewrite your story and create a life that aligns with your true potential and purpose. You just need to learn how to reprogram the old programs that are keeping you stuck. But I'm here to help you and support you every step of the way. So, who would like to learn this exact technique? Who wants to create this kind of best decision of my life results, not just for their future clients, but for themselves, for the people they love, for the family, I want to know. Let's have a look at the chat. Who's ready for this? Because I never take people if they're not ready. And if someone's ready, you're welcome to my world. But if you're not ready, no. I want people ready because it doesn't matter how good you are. If someone is not ready, you cannot help them. So the first question I always ask my clients, are you ready for this work? You ready? Okay, ready. Amazing. All right. So for those ready, I want to introduce you to accredited subconscious programming certification program. It could be the greatest investment you can make on yourself in your business as well. So highest return financially, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You have no idea what's waiting for you. So my current students already call this their best investment ever. So my promise is simple. By the end, you will have the exact skills and tools to charge premium rates for transformation that takes minutes, not years, minutes. You will be able to help people release traumas very quickly. But I want you to be kind of understand that this isn't just business. It is strategic. Without these deep subconscious skills, you will stay stuck undercharging and doubting yourself. Yes, right? Am I right? Yeah, you're going to be stuck in these personalities, keep going and around. So this certification gives you the one skill, AI can never replicate. Remember, AI is coming and it's here, but, future can be a little concerning. It can make you replaceable, but this skill is going to make you irreplaceable. It's the key to your future success. So let's have a look at a couple of testimonies from the previous students. So it speaks to a fear I know you might have. The fear of investing in another certification that sits on your digital, shelf unused. Anyone relates? Yeah, I've been there, done many of those. Went to meet Tanya. She had so many certifications, health practitioner, herbalist, all unused. Why? Nobody, she says, nobody pushed me to take action. ISM was different, not just information, implementation and support. And Tanya said, thank you for challenging me, holding me accountable, not letting me off the hook. The result, truly life-changing. And she finally realized this is the work she meant to do, not just a job, something she genuinely loves. She thrives. This is what I want for you. Not another skill, collecting dust, the support and accountability to finally step into work you were born to do. So I'm taking off your blinders, removing what's blocking you, giving you the tool to transform lives in minutes. I've done that 15 years and I've got 100% success rate. And I want to know that my work comes, my one-on-one work comes with money back guarantee. And my clients call it the best investment of their lives. You can go to my website, masteryourfuture.co.uk. You can watch lots of testimonials or YouTubes. I would say probably 90% of them called the best investment of their life. So I want to hand you this golden key on a golden platter because I don't want you to, spend 15, 20 years trying to put the puzzle pieces together. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this one tells you a little bit more about the certification, what kind of things inside the certification. So this is an 8-week intensive certification program. And there's a bit of a roadmap for you to follow to become the master of this work. This isn't just a kind of collection of random videos. It's a very comprehensive 12-module program that I have put together into 5 core phases. So this journey is designed to take you from understanding fundamentals all the way to the launching your own thriving practice with confidence. So first, we build the foundation of subconscious mastery. So you have a solid understanding of the core principle. Then we dive into the heart of the program, mastering the 8-step ISM protocol. Next, we move into the advanced deep healing applications where you learn how to confidently work with specific issues like traumas, shadow work, inner child healing. And after that, we focus on somatic nervous system integration and ensuring the changes you first state are deep, lasting. That's the important thing. We don't want to do surface level stuff. And finally, we cover everything you need to launch your thriving practice, from your client forms to my proven sales process. Because if you're going to be charging the prices that you want to charge, let's say £5,000 for a transformational program, you need to know how to sell. So I'm going to be teaching all of that as well. So let's have a look at what's in the part 1. So here, part 1 is build on the foundation. So 3 modules. They give you core skills and unwavering confidence for any client situation. I know some of you might be worried, oh my God, I don't know how to help. If somebody comes with these traumas, what am I going to do? You're not going to be worried about it. Yeah, because quite lots of students comes feeling the same, but at the end, they can handle any trauma. I mean, I usually take the traumas and nobody wants to look at it. I take the highest, the most difficult traumas. And again, in 90 minutes, I have them to release that trauma. 90 minutes. Yes, I know it's difficult to kind of believe it, but I'm going to show you because it's not just me doing it. Also, the current practitioners and students are able to do this. So if they can do it, you can do it as well. Like I said, this is a proven method. So module 1 is the fundamentals of subconscious reprogramming, not just theory. My exact pre-session, in-session, post-session strategies, complete A to Z process. You will always know what to do next. You will never question it. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Module 2 is the core issue analysis, move beyond surface stories, identify deepest triggers, fears, limiting beliefs, hidden sabotage patterns. These skills alone set you apart from the 99% of the practitioners out there, the therapists, the coaches out there. This is going to change everything for you. And the module 3, root cause identification, where the magic begins. Find the original event where the issue was first programmed in. When you heal the true source, they let go entirely permanently. And by the end, no more guessing. You will have a clear diagnostic framework and solid transformation plan. Sometimes people say, oh, I don't know, I don't remember. They do. Subconscious remembers everything. And sometimes we end up going to clients, program time. It could be even when they were like just coming to this world or when they were a couple of months old. They remember because the body remembers it. And I'm going to show you how to find those moments. And I'm going to show you how to make sure that's the core issue. And the next one is the heart of the certification. So that's where you go from understanding concept to mastering the tool itself, inner self-mastery protocol. This isn't just a technique, it's a reliable, repeatable system, a map you follow with any client for any issue. Removes all guesswork. You go step by step. So you will learn the purpose of each step, as you can see here. You're going to know exactly what to say, what tools to use, and you're going to be able to guide someone from their biggest block, biggest trauma into their biggest breakthrough, biggest gift in life. There's nothing better in life than this. This gives purpose to your life. Once you start doing it and once you start seeing, oh my God, I can do this, nothing beats this. Yeah. So mastering this protocol shifts you from coach to a true healer, true expert, gives you this unwavering confidence for anything that comes to your way because you have a proven process and knowledge. So this makes you to go to expert clients are searching for all the time because there's so much surface level talks and modalities out there. And people are so tired of this. I was tired, but they're looking for the real stuff now. And once you have learned the 8-step protocol, we move to part 3. This is the advanced deep healing application. This is where you learn to handle the specific deep-seated issues that stops most other practitioners in their tracks. So we begin with trauma, PTSD handling. This module is designed to give you unshakable confidence again. You will learn how to create a profoundly safe space and effectively guide the client through to release of any traumas, capital T traumas, small t traumas, without ever re-traumatizing them. You will never have a fear a client bringing you something too big again, never. Everything's going to be easy. Next, we dive into the forgiveness in HR world work. This is some of the most beautiful and life-changing work you can facilitate. And you will master the art of guiding clients to heal the parts of them that have been wounded for decades, allowing them to finally feel whole. And finally, we covered the art of reframing. This is where you learn how to help your client turn their greatest pain into greatest power. And you will be able to guide them to find the profound lessons in their past, in their life experience, and transforming their story from one of the suffering into one of the strength and empowerment. No more being a victim. It disappears. It's amazing, honestly. I love this work. Part 4 is what makes the healing you facilitate truly last. We focus on somatic and nervous system integration. Is one thing to change your belief mentally, but it's another thing entirely to have that change be felt and trusted by the body. Remember, yeah? We're changing the list. First, we go deep into nervous system regulation. We do this using the brilliant map of polyvagal theory. And you will learn to identify the different states, like the 5, flight and freeze, and the safe and social ventral vagus state, both in yourself and your clients. And I want you to understand that this isn't just like a theory. It is the practical how-to for becoming a true anchor of safety and guiding a client's system out of that survival mode that we talked earlier, and into that state of deep and embodied calm. That's why they feel completely different after every session, the clients. Next, we explore healing physical issues. You will learn how to understand the messages your body is sending through pain and other physical conditions. So this module gives you effective, gentle strategies that help clients release the emotional roots of physical issues. Yeah, which is one of the deepest level of healing you can facilitate. Like if somebody comes to you and they like, oh, I've got a knee issue, I've got shoulder pain, I've got this, you know exactly what's causing it. I'm giving you a 50 plus page manual, and all the information is in there, kind of explain to you what each pain means and how to find a core issue. So as you can imagine, by the end of this session, you will not only be able to help clients rewire their minds, but also to reclaim their bodies, their health. And you're going to be able to help them create this holistic transformation that integrates on every level. I saw people having miracles after one sessions, letting go of years of migraines, medications, panic attacks, kidney stones. I've seen so much one session, because if you think about it, the body is so smart, so clever, it can heal itself unless there's a handbrake there. And when we release the handbrake, body just goes and does all the work. Yeah, it's so clever. And the last one, finally, because this is not just about learning a skill, it's about building a successful and impactful business. This is where we give you everything you need to launch your thriving practice. So we start with the practice essentials. I am literally handing you my entire business in a box, all my key client documentation, intake forms, the waivers, the comprehensive 50 plus, workbook, and you will look and feel professional from the moment you start working with your first clients. And it's going to be easy sailing. But I want to also ensure you succeed as well. So I'm including 2 game-changing bonuses for you. First, you also get my ultimate sales script, because this isn't some sort of, sales push script. It's the heart-centered process that handles sales calls with so much confidence that you're able to sign up premium clients who are a perfect fit for you and charge accordingly. And you're going to be kind of practicing this with the other students as well before you even go out there. Yeah, this is priceless. Honestly, I spent years putting this script together, this sales script, and you will be able to sign up clients so much easier. And the second bonus is where you get my personal support, weekly peer practice pods and hot seats. These are such an important thing. So you will practice your new skills in a safe space with your peers, get live hot seat coaching directly with me to work through your own blocks. So this is how we make sure you are not just certified, but truly confident and ready to lead, because you're going to be walking that path. So this sport is built on the most important philosophy of this entire certification. I want to remember this. You must walk the path yourself. I don't want anyone to have an imposter syndrome. Yeah, you're going to be ready to walk that path. And with these hot seat calls, with the accountability pods, you're going to be able to do that. And my absolute priority is for you to work and release your own blocks first. Because once you truly release your own patterns, you gain a deep and this, embodied wisdom. And you will know exactly how to help other people because you've done the work yourself, on yourself. So you can show them the way because you already walked that path. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's what creates the deepest level of mastery for you as a practitioner, as an expert. So when you are clear of your own blocks, you can take your clients to depth you never been able to access before. So you will stop just talking about issues and start actually resolving them, creating the kind of, breakthroughs in a single session that used to take months, even years. Yeah, wouldn't you like that? I think that's amazing. So let's have a look at the path to mastery here. So this is as I mentioned, 8-week life intensive. So every week we get together for 3 hours, and I kind of teach you all that stuff that I told you earlier. So you also get 12 months of access to the full online training portal. Now you will find all the 12 modules, and you will study the core material before our live course because they already recorded. You go and study before. This is the key because it means our weekly 3-hour sessions are purely hands-on practice, live demos, and intensive Q&A. I do go over it, but during the session, you go over it before as well. I know that one of the biggest questions is the always scheduling. The exact dates and times we will decided on together as a group. And live attendance is not compulsory because every session is recorded and available in your portal. However, I highly recommend attending at least 70-80% of the sessions live to get the most out of the powerful practice opportunities. But you're still going to have the opportunities to work with others. I mean, I know some students attending 1 or 2 sessions, still passing their exams with flying colors. So the program also includes ongoing live support through our group practice calls and hot seat opportunities. This is where you get your direct feedback and work on your own blocks first, because you can only take a client to that you have been to yourself. So you become your own best case study. So to ensure you are ready to go from day one, you will also receive my complete business in a box client kit, which includes all my professional client forms, like I mentioned earlier. And finally, to uphold the highest professional standards, integrity of this work, you have a final exam. This isn't just a test. This is your opportunity to prove your deep understanding of the protocol. So passing this exam is the official gateway that shows you're ready to move forward onto the accreditation path. So the accreditation path is where you will complete your own case studies and your client sessions to become a fully accredited and recognized expert in this field. So this process ensures that when you complete the journey, you are truly among the best of the best. That's my goal for you. And when you bring all of this together, the deep inner work you will do in the hot seats, the hands-on practice in the pods, the proven system and these modules, it all leads to one thing, that golden key. This is the key that will unlock your own mental prison. And once you walk yourself out, you will have the wisdom and confidence to turn around. Use the same key to unlock the doors for your clients, for your loved ones, your family, and giving their power and their life back. Do you remember the 100% exercise that we did in the beginning? You're going to be checking that, and you're going to be bringing them to 100%. This is what happens with my clients as well. They usually come to 100% within a couple of sessions. Not, 10 sessions, 20 sessions, couple of sessions. But before I share how to join and everything, I want to mention something important, because I know some of you already been here before. You have invested. Maybe it didn't land the way that you hoped. But let me be honest with you. This is very different because you are going in at the root level, not adding another tools to the surface, going underneath all of it. The people who don't get results from this program are the ones who don't do their inner work on themselves first. I get people to do that because I keep you accountable, because there's an application process. If you're not ready, I don't take you on board. I want to make sure that you're ready to do this work. That's why I review every single application, because I only want people who are ready for this deep work. Yeah. And this program also includes live sports through our group practice calls. But what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to hear from amazing Jane. She is one of the practitioners. Oh, sorry, I think I've gone too far. What happened there? Sometimes that happens. Give me 2 seconds. I lost her. Spinner. God, every time I'm coming on her, it's disappearing. That is so interesting. I see her slide. Okay, fine. Let's click on this.
And I noticed a shift in myself just from doing the free training course. So I decided to sign up straight away. What have I got out of it? I have learned a lot about myself, and I've cleared some of my own blocks. I've gained so much knowledge in lots of different modalities. And the depth of knowledge that you will get from this training far outweighs any of the training that I have done before. I've also been working with some of my clients and achieved some transformations with my clients that we haven't achieved from working with other modalities. So I really can't recommend this training highly enough. I would say to you, go to any free training that Eda does, and you will realize how amazing she is and the work that she can bring. She can make you feel better about yourself, and that will help you to help your clients.
Amazing, amazing. Yes. So at the moment, Jane is working as a ISM practitioners, and she's doing amazing, getting outstanding results. But you can always watch her rest of the video on the certification page with other students as well. Okay, let's have a look at this now. Next one. Let's talk about the return on this investment in simple, practical terms. So I want you to imagine, just for a moment, confidently guiding a client through a breakthrough that changes their life in a single session. So for that one session, you will be able to charge minimum rate of £300, £400, £500, £600, even more. Depends on, other modalities that you might have as well. So now I know for some of you hearing that number, a part of you might be thinking, oh my God, I could never charge that. I get it. Yeah. And I want to know that this belief is exactly the kind of subconscious money blocks you will be able to work on and clear in this program, because you will be able to charge for this work. Because think about it. If somebody comes to you, been through every sort of therapy sessions for 40 years, you're able to help them to release one trauma, how much is it worth for them? So you will be able to charge this because you are not selling your time. You will be providing a rapid, life-changing transformation. And people will gladly pay for that kind of results. Just look at it from a client's perspective, yeah? When somebody is in so much deep pain, anxiety for years, how much will they be paying, willing to pay for that sessions? And our sessions are usually 90 minutes as well. I mean, looking at from my own perspective, I would pay anything for someone to get me out of that place, but I couldn't find anybody, unfortunately, because so many people work on the surface level. Okay, so let's have a look at this as well, what you will be able to do for your clients. Let's look at first for yourself. You will finally release the old emotional wounds that resurface every time life gets hard, business gets hard. The stress, the patterns, the blocks around money and visibility. You clear them at the root, not just manage them on the surface. Yeah, you clear them at the root level. You have the integrity because you've done the work on yourself. And you're going to be able to identify and clear the true root cause of what's holding them back and also facilitate breakthroughs in a single session that creates permanent change, not temporary fixes. And regulate a nervous system fast without years of talk therapy, hold a safe space confidently, and so much more. All right, let's go to the next slide. So before we go to the application page, I want to put the value of this investment into a perspective for you. So I told you I spent like over 21 years studying and spending over £200,000 finding what works so you don't have to. So if you think about all these modalities that I put on the screen, I studied all of those. Yeah, and many, many more, hundreds. I've got so many certificates, but I put them together in a kind of like a format that works every time. But if you were to go and learn these 14 plus modalities separately from a world-class trainers, it will take you years of your life. And as you can see, it costs you well over £22,000 because I've done the math. So why you're getting in this certification is not just information, you're getting the integration. That's the important bit. Because so many students come, study lots of things, they're not able to integrate. But if you think about it, I have done the decades of the work for you. Distill the most important parts of all these methods into one simple, bulletproof 8-step protocol. You are getting massive shortcuts to mastery for a tiny fraction of time and cost. I want you to know that. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a client interview. Yeah, this is one of my one-on-one clients, Abby. When Abby began this work with me, she was experiencing a common paradox for many new entrepreneurs. She had to drive. She had this drive, she had the vision, but her momentum had stalled when she left her 9-to-5 job. So she described feeling this, heavy and stuck feeling, disconnected from her creativity. And she was struggling when she first came to me. But as you watch, I want you to really listen, not just as a viewer, but as a practitioner. I want you to listen for the specific shifts. Notice the language she uses to describe the release of a physical weight after we address the ancestral trauma she was carrying. So I want you to pay attention to the tangible business outcome that follow this internal work. I mean, how she went from being afraid of, visibility to increasing her income by 200% and then generating her previous monthly revenue in just 10 days. Yeah. 10 days. This is a very powerful demonstration of what becomes possible when you finally release those subconscious handbrakes. But more than that, it's a clinical look at the profound life-altering results you will be able to achieve yourself as well. So let's go to the video.
That I had about 9 months ago, I left my corporate job, started my business, which had been a dream of mine and I was really excited about. And I had a lot of momentum in the beginning. And then, like any new entrepreneur, you get overwhelmed. And then there's all of a sudden all these fears come up because I feel like when you go out on your own, it's like holding a mirror up to your deepest fears, and all of these like fears and past traumas, they come up and they play out in your business and your personal life. And in order to grow, you have to work through them. So I was like, okay, I need to find someone who can help me work through this because I know this has to do with the subconscious and like deep-seated fears. That's when I found you. So at that point, I felt really stuck. Like these fears were so heavy. And I kind of had lost my momentum. I had lost my creativity. I wasn't having those like fun, exciting ideas come in for my business and how I wanted to act on them. I just kind of felt like I was pushing through, just overwhelmed by the slightest things. And then I just felt robotic, like life wasn't fun or joyful, or I didn't feel that passion anymore. I was just like really, really bogged down when I first found you.
Yeah. And now, what specific changes have you noticed in your life?
Oh my God. So I feel so different now. Like I feel so much lighter. I feel like I let go. It almost feels like a physical weight Like it feels like I was carrying this heavy weight around with me everywhere. And it feels like I was finally able to put that down. So what I've noticed over the time when we started working together till now, I started feeling lighter. I started getting my creativity back. Like those ideas would come in and I'd actually have the energy to act on them. The shift in my energy is one of the most noticeable things. I went from feeling exhausted to now feeling like I have plenty of energy to do all the things that I want in my life and my business. And I just feel more carefree. And I noticed my relationships have improved as well because we worked on some family and ancestral trauma. And that really helped improve. Like we worked on that for my mom, for my dad. That I noticed my relationships improving. I was able to share some of that healing with them. And I just feel like we bonded and connected on a deeper level, and that helped them grow too. So I just feel like overall, I just feel like I'm much more capable. I don't feel like I have that heavy weight on me anymore. And I just don't feel so afraid. Another big thing was I was really afraid of visibility, which is kind of like shooting yourself in the foot when you're an entrepreneur and you have to put yourself out there. And now I don't feel so afraid of that. I feel ready. I feel good about putting myself out there. Like, yeah, I have something good to offer. Like, why wouldn't I?
Yes, I know. It's amazing, isn't it? Who would like to give that kind of results to people, that kind of transformation? I mean, she mentioned that even her relationship with her mom and that changed completely. So this is not just affecting one area, it affects every part of your life as well. And it's priceless. It's honestly it's so priceless. And Abby is just one of the client, you see that all the time, everywhere. And this is the kind of things you're going to be able to do it for your clients and for yourself as well. Okay, so let's have a look at this as well. So I want to kind of make it very clear what is different about this certification, why your current training might not be getting you or your client the results you want. So mindset work is very valuable, but only address the conscious mind, which science shows drives just to 5% of our behavior. But ISM certification gives you the tool to access the subconscious control panel plus the conscious mind, of course. So you address the 100% of the mind. So this leads to the most important distinction because mindset coaching stays on the surface. It's not equipped to handle real trauma. As a certified ISM practitioner, you will be fully trauma informed, able to confidently and safely handle any trauma in a session. I normally provide programs like working with me either 6 or 12 sessions, and 12 sessions, people completely transform. 6 sessions are usually very good, bring them into a very good place. But 12 sessions is a full transformation. Everything shifts in their life. Their business shifts, their relationship with themselves, their partners, their parents, everything shifts. And that's what you're going to be learning as well. It's really, honestly, it's priceless. Anyway, let's have a look at another sort of like testimony from one of the students, Petra. She said she calls it's a life-changing journey. Says this is not just another certification that you will never use. That's my promise to you. She highlights that this protocol is powerful because it goes straight to the root cause of an issue rather than just putting a band-aid on symptoms. So this is the difference. We've been talking about this entire time. It's about creating deep, lasting change for yourself and for the people you are here to serve. And also, I just want to understand something. This isn't just a certification. This is a standard. When you complete this training, you won't just have a new skill. You will hold an internationally recognized accreditation through IPHM. It means your certification is recognized and respected worldwide, not just in the UK or USA. And your client knows that they are working with someone who has met a very rigorous, independent, verified standards, and you can charge with confidence because your credibility is backed by a globally recognized body, not just a course creator. Yeah. And IPAHM accreditation is awarded to fewer than 5% of the training providers worldwide, by the way. So it cannot be bought, it has to be earned. And this ISM protocol has earned that as well. Okay, now we got a bit of time. We can have a look at this as well. So Tracy is an ADHD coach, and she's been in the industry for 26 years, possessed the skills and passion, but traditional conscious level coaching left her at a frustrating income plateau. She knew there was a missing piece to truly helping her ADHD clients move past their lifelong limitations. But despite the decades of high-level training, self-development, very expensive masterminds, nothing was able to help her break through her own income ceiling until she discovered inner self-mastery protocol. And in this conversation, you will hear how she's finally cleared her own hidden subconscious handbrakes to reach multi-six figures for the first time in over 2 decades. So listen. Tracy shares how she now facilitates transformation for her clients that were previously impossible. Okay, and also, yeah, let's hear from her. I don't want to go anymore. Let's hear what she says. So what do they say to you now when they experience the ISM on them?
Yeah, they feel joy, number one. I've had numerous clients this week alone share that they feel so much lighter in their life. They feel happy. When they started, they felt stressed and overwhelmed and heavy. I've had clients share that one 90-minute session, they feel like they released more than they had worked through in years of therapy or tried to work through. People actually getting things done. Oftentimes people come to me because they're not getting things done. And after doing the subconscious reprogramming work, they're finding like, oh, I actually got all of these things done today. I decluttered a space that I've been staring at for 2 years. Real shifts in both how they feel emotionally and then tangible results of what's happening in their physical spaces.
So before you start, isn't that amazing? 26 years, she hasn't been able to do that for her clients, and she done the training and now she's able to do it. Yeah, of course, her income increased profoundly, as you can imagine. Okay, so you might be wondering, how much is this going to cost me? I really want to do this. Let me share it with you. So you have 2 parts, both give you the complete skill set. And like I said, there's an 8-week intensive, the full ISM protocol, 12-month access, practice pods, your business in a box, and IPHM accreditation pathway. This alone is worth over £17,000. So the difference is this: practitioner gives you the skill, VIP gives you the skill and a fully built practice, the mastermind. You're going to be joining my heart-driven mastermind for 6 months. We're going to be helping you with the launch support, and you're also going to get 2 private strategic calls with me as well. So as you can see here, I'm also going to share the link with you, so you can also check the link. That will make it so much easier as well. Okay, as you can see, there is a gap of £1,000 between them. And if you pay in full, you get £500 discount as well. But if you can imagine it, one client at your new rate easily covers that £1,000 as well. I'm going to share the link with you so that you can also have a look at it. It's so much easier to see it on the page. But you also be getting a really amazing bonuses as well. So these are available next 72 hours. So you can get these fast action bonuses. So the first 3 people who pays in full gets a private one-on-one session with me, where we identify, clear your biggest block. It could be money, it could be visibility, whatever it is, is valued £800, but you're going to have it for free. And the first 5 people who gets a private business audit call with me, that's worth £600, where we look at your offers, your business, your pricing, your positioning, and everything. And the first 5 people gets this. You're also going to get my Hidden Mind Blocks program worth $297. You can go through that before the certification. So that's worth over £1,700 as well. So this bonus is going to be expiring end of Thursday as well, because I do want the action takers. And for the this is for both of them. So this is the practitioner in a box package as well. As you can see, you're also going to be getting a practice in a box kit. You're going to be getting my ultimate sales script blueprint, and you're going to be featured on my website as well once you become a practitioner. And the next VIP bonuses are here. As I mentioned, you're going to be getting a 6 months membership to my Heart-Driven Mastermind. This isn't just any mastermind. This is amazing. This is life-changing. This is really going to help you take your business to the next level. I'm going to show you exactly how to create your funnel, how to use the AI to, improve your business. If you don't have any clarity, you're going to have a really good clarity. You're going to have a solid foundation. So you don't have to figure out everything by yourself. Like I said, I already spent £200,000. I already know, the roadmap quite well. So in the VIP, you're going to be able to get all of that as well. This is priceless. I mean, everybody that goes through my programs, like I said, they always call the best investment of their lives. I mean, 90%, I would say, call that. So this could be you as well. And you're going to move into your AI power implementation without losing your voice. And you're going to learn how to turn your message into content, funnels, client attraction. Honestly, it's life-changing. I wish somebody had this years ago, because I put every puzzle pieces for you. You don't need any more puzzle pieces. That's it. So right now, you're on a crossroads with 2 paths in front of it. It's a choice again. You can either stay where you are, or you can move forward and, going and being visible and achieving your life purpose is completely up to you. But here, what I'm going to do is, let me just get the link and put that registration link for you here in the chat. And if you have any questions, feel free to send it in the chat so we can have a look at them together. So here you can also look at the, you can scan it on your phone to have a look at the details of it. So what we got here, I mean, as I mentioned, the world needs more practitioners who can do this kind of work. Yeah. So this is the future of coaching and therapy. And I want you to understand that it's a choice. You got 2 choices. You can either go with the ISM practitioner certification is £2,999 if you pay in full. There's a payment plan available, or you can go to VIP practitioner and business one, and that one is $399. And there is a payment plan as well. And if you click on the link to register, it tells you all the details as well. But like I said, one client easily can cover the difference between the certifications, and Mastermind is amazing. I highly recommend it as well. Also, I know for many of you, the certification is your clear next step to mastery, but I want to speak direct to the person here who is also feeling my situation is unique. My blogs feel deep. I'm ready to collapse time, get the most direct, potent support possible. If that's you, I have this one very special invitation. So I invite you to apply for a private one-on-one breakthrough consultation with me. This is not about certification program. This is the doorway to working with me at the most intimate level for those who desire my direct weekly, transformational course to accelerate their journey. So this is a sacred and strategic conversation. In this powerful session, we will get absolute clarity on the number one subconscious blind spot that is truly holding you back. And second, we will explore if my one-on-one deep diving transformation program is the right path for you to achieve the breakthroughs you're looking for. And if you're interested in booking a call, there's an application process. So you can go to my website, masteryourfuture.co.uk, and contact Eda Hardy. There's a form to fill. You can choose your time, and we can book that call for you, and we can have that conversation together. And I'll put my calendar over the next kind of couple of days to dedicate time for this powerful one-on-one conversation as well. Okay, let's have a look at here. And if you want to connect with me, these are the ways that you can connect with me as well here. What else we got? Oh, yeah, I usually get this, will this work for my niche? Yes, it does work because we all got mine. You can adapt. I've got all sorts of people go through the certification program, and it works. Certainly. I do have some questions normally comes up. So I'm just going to go through the questions here. I'm going to record this, and I'm going to give you your gift afterwards. So here are some of the answers to most common questions about the subconscious programming certification. First one, when does the next training start? So the next 8-week live intensive cohort begins end of this month. Our first session highly likely to be last Wednesday of the month, but I will confirm it. We will decide it on the exact date together. Like I said, I like to make sure that most people are able to attend those, because I do get quite lots of international students. Question 2, what if I can't make all the live calls? That's completely fine. What I recommended you attending, at least 80% of sessions. It's completely fine. They all recorded. You can always watch them in your portal. Question 3, how much time is required each week to get most out of this transformative program? I recommend setting aside maybe 3-4 hours per week during the 8-week intensive, and this includes your 3-hour live practice session plus a couple of hours pre-study of the module in the portal. Are there any payment plans? Yes, they are. We have a flexible payment plan option. If you go to the portal, you can see, if you go to the link, you can see them there. And question 5, do I need any prior experience or certification to join? Nope. This program is designed for heart-centered practitioner, coaches and therapists and healers. While prior experience is helpful, it's not necessary, because the certification is a complete A to Z system. They will give you everything you need, whether you are new to the field or experienced practitioner looking to go deeper. So here, I'm going to stop the recording now. I'm going to go through your questions here. Let me just stop the recording. 1 second.